Ahoy! And welcome to the Boating Hour with Captain Rick. The Boating Hour brings you the latest and greatest essential information about everything that sails, floats, or motors upon the high seas of Southern California. From landlubbers to old salts, there'll be something for everyone. So climb aboard and get ready to sail with Captain Rick.
Ahoy out there and welcome to the Boating Hour. I'm Captain Rick and I want to thank you for joining us here on AM 870. We're here every Saturday at 4 p.m. and please be sure to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. And now on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, The Boating Hour with Captain Rick. Thanks to our sponsors for our show today. For a healthy gut, the best probiotic on the market, Livia One Probiotics, natural, organic, and allergen-free, and Raycom Radios. Two-way reliable communication throughout Southern California. Email me at Captain Rick and contact Mobile Relay Associates at Raycom Radios. We have a wonderful guest with us today. First of all, I hope everybody's recovering from their July 4th long weekend. And I want to welcome our guest on the show today. Andy, introduce yourself and tell us about your comedy restaurant.
Hey, Rick, what's up? Just got back from Chicago. I had a great 4th of July. I went on my friend's boat on Lake Michigan, and we watched the fireworks at Navy Pier. It was just amazing. If you ever get out there, you gotta see that. It's a bucket list. But yeah, I'm a stand-up comic. Everybody, we just opened up a new comedy club out in Hollywood and Highland, the brand new mall that they just renovated next to Jimmy Kimmel Live and the Dolby Theater. It's called the Kookaburra Lounge.
You know, you might have just named my boat. Can I use that name? Tell me the name again.
The Kookaburra Lounge. They named it that because that's that bird that laughs. You ever hear in the movies where it's like, whoo-ah? That's not a monkey, that's a kookaburra.
Oh.
So a lot of people think that's a monkey in the jungle in those jungle movies, but that's the kookaburra laughing. So they named
just laughing at the accent of the Australians.
Yeah, totally.
I never knew there was a bird that laughed.
It's really, look it up on YouTube. It's really funny. It's kind of creepy too, though.
Where is your restaurant? And tell us about it. And then we're going to get in.
The Hollywood and Highland Mall, they just renovated everything next to the old Kodak Theater, the Dolby Theater, across from Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's just, they renovated the whole mall, and the comedy club is up on the 4th floor by the Dave & Buster's. It's really awesome. It's a state-of-the-art, like Art Deco comedy club, and it's a music lounge. So all week we have comedy. We have the best stand-ups all in the city or in the country. We had Patton Oswalt last week, Bill Burr's coming through. Yeah, it's really awesome. And then if comedy's not your thing, Sunday night is jazz night. So come in for that jazz night. All these celebrities always pop in. It's kind of like a little speakeasy. Boys to Men stopped in randomly 2 weeks ago, which was amazing. And we have a top tier chef. It's a bar. It's a restaurant. There's a patio. We have specialty drinks. Everything's made in house. It's such an amazing club. You got to check it out. It's all velvet and it's amazing.
That's exciting. And Andy, you're across from where?
It's the Hollywood and Highland Center over there in Highland and Hollywood. It's by the Kodak Theater across from Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Who?
Tapes that.
Never
Never
heard of him.
Yeah.
Never heard of the guy.
Well, he's not there anymore, but that's where he was. So that's where our.
Okay, I've got my guests here. We're gonna plug and promote the auxiliary on the show again. They were my guests last week. We've got Lori, who's got this national award for a rescue, and Jensen, who's a rising star in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. And I'm just learning, my new mentor. But I want to talk about last Christmas. You were in a boat parade, so I want you to tell us how you ended up in the boat parade. So not only did you get into a boat parade, you got thrown out of the boat parade. So let's hear the story.
It was pretty crazy. So one of my comic friends, he's trying to get into fishing, and he bought like a little deck boat. It's pretty cool. Like he's all excited about it, and he it was around Christmas time, so he put up like one string of like generic lights. It was nothing big. It looked like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree of boats, and he told all of us to come down, and he's like, yeah, let's go, let's cruise the waters, and so a bunch of us went down there, and he goes, let's head on down to Long Beach, and then where the canals are, it just looked like there was a big party going on. We're like, what's going on? Let's check it out. So we kind of get in the canals, and just all the docks are lined with people, and we kind of get in there, and we kind of get stuck in between like these two big, like almost yachts, that are just decked out, and just the Clark Griswold type, and so So we're just going, and just everyone's cheering for us, and we're like, this is the biggest party ever. Like, this is so awesome. Like, they really must love our lights. We're like celebrities here. And then the yachts, everyone starts screaming at us. Like, we had no idea what the hell was going on. And then the people kept cheering for us, and and then all of a sudden the sheriff boat comes over and just comes over and reams our ass. He's like, this is a boat parade. You have to register for it. You don't have a number. We're like, oh my God, we didn't know. And then everyone's screaming and cheering, and everyone's yelling at us, and we got out of there. And
they must have loved you for crashing that parade.
Oh my God, all the people were cheering and stuff. I guess they liked our little. We had some hot girls on the boat too. So I mean,
okay.
We had our one string of Christmas lights. But everybody in the boat was pissed though. I guess you got.
Yeah,
so
you got to have a
year,
number, and it's a big deal. And I cover the different Christmas parades, and well, let me ask you this: when you went out on this new boat with your friend, did you think that's what boating's all about? You go out there and everybody cheers with you every time you go out.
I had no idea. I grew up in the Midwest and outside Chicago and on the Illinois River. And it's just river life on our boats and water skiing, and I never knew anything about the ocean culture. So we were just going out there. This is a big party. I'll do this every day. But it got me going. Now I kind of want to go back, and he's going to get a permit now to be in the parade this year. So we're going to do it all legal.
All right. Are you gonna be a fisherman? We're gonna make a fisherman out of you.
Yeah, he wants me to get there, but he's going at like 3 a.m. So I'm not there yet.
Oh my goodness! Well, I'm a member. Yeah. I'm a member of the Westwood Sportsman Hunting and Fishing Club, and they meet at the Santa Monica Elks. And I actually had a fisherman I'm going to introduce you to. So his name is Miles, and he runs the Marina Del Rey Anglers. So I've got a lot of fishermen I know. I'll introduce you. And then the guy that does the fish report, Dave Estes, comes on my show all the time. And he takes people out. He teaches young kids, and he rewards them for good behavior. And he gets the kids, and the bad behavior, he trains them to go out and respect the water, and they have a good time. So, he's another fisherman I can introduce you to. And then I'm always there when after your catch. You come up to the club and we'll fillet the fish and eat.
Oh, that's awesome! He says that's the thing now. I never knew that you catch fish and you can just do it right there, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that.
Awesome thing.
I can't be on a moving boat to fillet a fish because I might fillet my fingers, but I know a lot of people do. So any other significant?
Why fillet it on the boat?
Well, because you got the ocean right there, and it's a little bit cleaner, and you're not messing up your kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's why they do it, and it's and I'll tell you, some people they're barbecuing before they're in, so they'll fillet the fish, and it's a lot cleaner, and then they wrap it and stick it on ice, and you're all ready. Otherwise, you got to have a spot to do it, and you're gonna have to do it in your kitchen or somewhere. So yeah, it's a little bit cleaner. Any other boating stories you can throw at us?
Well, I got my friend Craig, our mutual friend Craig, who's doing a Halloween boat.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Craig. Craig's an amazing guy out of Marina Del Rey, and he had a very significant. Just a bunch of friends went out every Halloween, and it's turned into a very significant parade. So let's talk about that. Have you been in the Halloween parade?
Yeah. We went down last year. It's so awesome. I'm more of a Halloween guy than a Christmas guy, but I'll do both. But Craig, he really runs this awesome parade. It's all spooky, and there's a big party after on the marina, and it's just so awesome. And they have a big contest, and everyone's dressed up. And I think Halloween is just like such an awesome time. I think Christmas is fun, but I'm more of a that whole spooky thing is really gets it going. For partying.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and boaters. It's very significant. One thing I've noticed is that you could be on, tough day at work, problems with the family, road rage on the highways, and as soon as you pull in the marina, people will start smiling, and they're waving. They're like, hello. So it's a fun place to be. Boaters, once people get the bug for any kind of boating, so whether they're dinghy racing or they're cruisers, a lot of fishermen, some people just go to the boat to hang out and cruise around the harbor. So that's a lot of fun too.
What's a good starter boat for me if I ever get one?
Oh my goodness! I tell you, there's so many. I can't even begin to tell you. You want to go sailing or you want to go fishing?
Probably fishing. Yeah, I'm going to get into the fishing with him.
Well, there's a boat for sale outside of Santa Monica Windjammers Yacht Club. It's a Bertram. And Bertram...
That's where I used to do my friend at a comedy show there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Did you know that?
And I tell you, yeah, it's a great boat. It's got a flybridge on it. It's for sale right now. I was going to write him a check, but he said he's going to cash the check because it's $650,000. So if you can,
shit.
you can buy a boat for hundreds of dollars. Sometimes people, when they get rid of boats or when they move, it's very difficult. You can't just leave a boat in the slip. You get boats for hundreds, and you get boats for millions. So I tell you something. I'm going to invite you down to the marina, to the club. We can walk around the marina. You tell me if you want a boat on a trailer. Do you want a nice boat to go on a long trip down to Mexico? You're going to want to cruise around the harbor. You're going to be diving. Diving boats are a little bit different. So that's a loaded question. We talk to boat brokers all the time, so it's pretty exciting. What do you think, Jetson? What kind of boat should he start out with so that we can go on the auxiliary and do a patrol boat? We can all go fishing and stay overnight in Catalina. What can I get Andy to buy?
I think there's all kinds of things. Probably the easiest thing to do would be buy one of each and then just then sell the ones you don't like. Well, I'm convinced.
Give me some more money.
Well, hey, I'm guessing that the Kookaburra Lounge is going to do so well. You're going to be rolling in cash in no time.
What's the name of that bird again?
Kookaburra.
The Kookaburra.
Okay,
Kookabura.
I like it. Can I buy one of those birds and put it in the cage?
It's actually a good-looking bird too. I think put a decal inside your boat and put the Kookaburra.
You know what? I think I'm going to... Well, let me introduce you to my guests. They were my July 4th weekend guests on the show. And Lori's got this national award. Lori, tell Andy about your national award. Tell him what you did. Give us the short version of the rescue and what award you have.
Well, first of all, it's fun to be back here. It's hard to keep from laughing, but nice to meet you, Andy.
Nice to meet you too.
And he's actually bringing to mind the situation. What Rick is talking about is a rescue that we did last year at the Port of Los Angeles, where a family they had a brand new boat. It was their second time out. They took it to a hazardous place in gusty weather, and they got into a lot of trouble. And a Coast Guard auxiliary boat, we were out on patrol, and we happened to be very close enough that we could lend a hand. And we were given a national award for it, which was a huge honor. And
wow.
And thinking about you, Andy, one of the most important things that the Coast Guard Auxiliary does is it prevents situations like the one that we were trying to help those people with. People who buy new boats, they need an education, especially before the first time they take it out with 3 generations of family on board. And I'm here with Jensen, and Jensen is very active in the public education program. And I want to ask him, what could your classes have taught these people that would have prevented them from hitting the rocks that day?
Oh, that's a good subject. What would have prevented them from getting into peril?
Well, I think just getting trained is incredibly important, and also for Andy, going to a training class is a great place to meet other boaters, find out what kind of boats do they have, what do they like, what do they dislike. But we have everything from just the required training that you have to get the California Boaters Card, which starting on January 1st will be required for everyone. Right now, if you're over 60, you don't need it, but everybody's going to need one after the 1st. We also have more advanced classes in navigation, as well as boat handling and safety. So, boating skills and seamanship is a popular class with us as well. So there's a number of things that people can learn, and we're always happy to help out the public with educating them. We have a number of programs for kids as well. So we do programs at schools where we talk to kids. We bring out a little animated Coast Guard boat that talks to the kids. Coastie. And
he's a big hit.
He is a big hit. And so Coastie comes out, but the kids love that. But we have education for all ages and all about helping keep people safe on the water.
Well, I got a tip for you, Andy. You don't have to wait to buy the boat till you know how to operate it, because I know this Captain Rick guy and Jensen and Lori will take care of the boat until you learn how to operate it. And actually, if you get a Bertram, I know a lot of fishermen that would volunteer. They'll clean the boat and take it out for you. Actually, there's a lot of people that do buy boats before they're experienced with it. You'll see them out there. And there's captains for hire. And I tell you that there's a guest that I had, the Freedom Boat Club. Freedom Boat Club, you can join that club, and they have skippers and captains that will take you out. They'll train you. You can spend a weekend on a boat. They're a great club. There's people that are in Freedom Boat Club, and they've got boats in almost every harbor. So from Hawaii to San Diego, clear up to Santa Barbara. I'm not sure if they're national, but they're all over California and Hawaii. And you join a club like that, and you'll have just a plethora of boats. But like Jensen said, if you go to one of the classes, you're going to meet boaters. So that's the first step. It's kind of like taking driver's ed before you buy a car, and then you go with all your friends and decide what car you want. The first car I got fell apart before I started driving it. That was my first car. So I'm a sailor, and I'm a dinghy sailor, and I used to like to go to the islands. I'm starting to do that again. Well, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Boating Hour. I'm Captain Rick. I'm here every Saturday at 4 p.m., and please be sure to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. And for a healthy gut, the best probiotic, Livia One, natural, organic, and allergen-free. And Raycom Radios, reliable two-way radios throughout Southern California. Email me, Captain Rick at theboatinghour.com. If you have any kind of event at land or at sea, Raycom Radios. And our guest today, Andy, who's got I can't pronounce the bird again. What's the name of your lounge again, and where is it, Andy?
The Kookaburra, Kookaburra.
Kookaburra, the Kookaburra Lounge. So it's
laughing bird.
The laughing bird on Hollywood and Highland, right?
Hollywood Island, a brand new center up there. They just renovated everything.
What do you got going on this week? Who's your comedy guest coming up?
We got Patton Oswalt coming back out. You got to check him out. And we're going to give out free tickets to all your listeners. So everyone hit up Rick. I'm going to give you guys the code. It's go on the website. It's www.thekookaburralounge.com. The code SUMMER, SUMMER. We're going to give out free tickets to you guys listeners. I want to get you guys out there. Check it out. It's going to be awesome.
That's so exciting. I'm definitely come out there. I think I'm going to have my birthday party there.
Yeah, you should.
I'm turning I'm turning 29.
29, which is great because you don't look a day over 45.
I'm 22.
All right. Well, I don't.
Hey, we need you young kids in there. Spread the word.
Yeah, I don't look a day over 90, right? Oh my God. Well, Andy, this has been great having you on, and I'm going to look forward to you. I'm going to come to your club. I'm going to go on and type in summer. And I'm going to look forward to you at the Halloween boat parade. And if you want to get on a boat in one of the parades, let me know. I've got a lot of friends. I cover a lot of the parades. Newport Beach, their parade lasts for like a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. So they've got such an extensive parade. And I go down to the Newport Beach Elks. They've got a yacht club, the Newport Beach Elks Club. But almost everybody has a Christmas parade. There are a lot. Well, they call them holiday parades now. So that's pretty exciting. And every marina has the holiday parades, and they're exciting. So the good thing about Newport Beach is you can go to they spread them out. They're not all on the same week. So it starts the second, third, and some even during Christmas, during that weekend, you'll see some parades. So there's a lot of parades all over the country. I think that's what I should do is cover all the parades and get them to send me photos. So I'm going to put that up on the website this year. I'm going to ask people at the different marinas to send me their photos and kind of feature all the parades. But Andy, it's been great having you on the show. Your stories are great. Next time, get into the parade with a number so you don't get thrown out by the sheriff.
Yeah, and we'll put more lights on our boat, too.
Yeah, put more lights on your boat. Maybe have Charlie Brown at the top. So make that the Charlie Brown show. That's been pretty exciting. And I want to tell everybody about the Coast Guard Auxiliary. So Lori, how do people find out? How do people find out about the auxiliary in their marina or at their lake? How do they find out about the classes and how to join in the things that the opportunities within the Coast Guard Auxiliary? How do people find out and where do they go?
Well, my favorite place to look is online. Googling these things will usually pull up something close by, but we have a server at cgaux.org, cgaux.org, where if people are, especially if people are interested in joining the effort and helping save lives and helping the Coast Guard with all their missions, that's where they can go find out how to get started.
You know, I spent the whole month of May talking about the Armed Forces. Last year, the Coast Guard was the featured branch, and that was really exciting. So we had a very good footprint in the parade, and of course at the 5K in the morning on Saturday, and 3 days at the exhibit site. So that was pretty. Jensen, you were there. I was there. We had all our friends were there. You know, I had a lot of coasties that came on, a lot of active duty. So one of the exciting shows, I've never had this, I had Coast Guard Jack. Did you guys know there's a Coast Guard Jack? It's a little different than the Navy Jack. The lawyers in the Navy, they have a huge department and all kinds of people working, and all the branches, the Marines and the Army, use the Navy Jack. But Coast Guard, they have an active duty Coast Guard Jack, and he's not busy enough, so he's still called out for duty. He's been on ships, but he was a fantastic guest. Because if I knew about that, I think if I had to do it all over again, I first would have went culinary for the signing bonus. Did you guys know about the signing bonus with the Coast Guard?
Very exciting.
Yeah, they have a huge signing bonus. It's like $70,000. And I didn't realize this initially, but it's the best food in all the branches. When I went to the dedication of the Terrell Horn, and he, of course, is the active duty that died in line of duty, they had some drug smugglers or human traffickers. I forgot the entire story, but he passed, and they dedicated one of the cutters. And the food was so good, I ran around, asked people what 5-star restaurant catered this event. You know, and the family was there, and they told me these are all being made in the galley. These are the Coast Guard chefs. This is the kind of food that they get all the time. I was in shock at how good the food was. But I would do that. I'd take the signing bonus, go in culinary, and then I think I'd probably go to officer school and do communications and public affairs, because there's a lot of things beside. I think the thing I would not do is jump out of the helicopter. So that, did you guys get a chance at Fleet Week to see the demonstrations that they had?
Yes, I was volunteering at the Terrell Horn. We were shepherding thousands of people on and off the boats to get their tours. And then the MH-65, the bright orange Dolphin helicopter, came by, and they dropped a rescue swimmer down. You could see that's definitely hazardous duty, but it was very exciting. It was very appreciated by the crowd. Oh,
I loved it. And I got up real close. I was on the edge of the dock. And then when he came down and got close, I got sprayed, so I took a shower. A lot of power. I thought he was far enough away, but as he got close, that was pretty amazing to see these guys drop. So, you know, those are some of the most athletic people, I think, in America doing that. Well, that's all the time that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our show. As always, we're so very fortunate to have such wonderful and exciting guests. I want to thank Andy for telling us his stories, and definitely get out to the Comedy Club. And let's not forget the Coasties, protecting our waters, America's lifesavers and guardians of the sea. Remember, if you do it right and follow the guidelines and safety precautions, there's no place like being out in the water, the fresh air and sunshine in beautiful sunny Southern California. Here at the Boating Hour with Captain Rick, we cover everything that sails, motors, and floats from San Diego to Santa Barbara. Thanks for being with us today. Please be sure to join us next week and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on AM 870. Thanks to our sponsors for the show today. For a Healthy Gut, Livia One Probiotics, and Raycom Radios. Reliable two-way radios throughout Southern California without drop zones, dead batteries, and all the inherent limitations of all the other communication systems. Mobile Relay Associates, Raycom Radios. Their website is mra-raycom.com. Don't forget to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. Now on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. The Boating Hour with Captain Rick. We've got a lot of exciting guests coming up for you all summer long. So make sure you tune in to theboatinghour.com on AM 870 every Saturday, and check out our website. This is Captain Rick saying ahoy and fair winds to all.